Now we're going to continue from where we left off with the law of cosines. Here's a third problem, a word problem. So a ship travels 30 miles north, turns 33 degrees towards the west, and travels another 21 miles. How far is it away from the starting point? So problems like these can't really be solved unless you draw a diagram. So we're going to do that. It travels 30 miles north, and then so it turns 33 degrees towards the west. So here's the original direction of the ship, and then that is 33 degrees about, and that is now its new direction, and it goes 21 miles in this direction. And then here I'm going to label that this angle is going to be 33 degrees. And the question is, what is the distance from this ending point to the starting point? And we're going to label that x. So this problem is unsolvable unless we can somehow relate it to a triangle. So I've labeled the 3 points A, B, and C, and that will be the triangle we're working with. And I'm just going to redraw it to the side here. So I have A, B, C, and then 30 miles, 21 miles. The question is, what is the angle between the two given sides? The 33 degrees we're given is not between the two sides. So here I've redrawn just this part, the important part, and I have ABC labeled. And what we want is this angle across from 33 degrees, which would be angle B in the triangle. For now I'm going to label this angle X, and we're just going to quickly solve for it. We have X plus 33 degrees is 180 degrees because this is a straight line. So then when we subtract 33 degrees, we get 147 degrees. So angle B is 147 degrees. So now I can put it in the triangle, 147 degrees. Alright, so now that we know what the angle between the two sides is, we can start actually solving the problem. So first, now I'm going to label the opposite side AC, which is the length we're trying to find, as x. And the law of cosines tells us that x squared is equal to, and for now in the equations I'm going to omit miles and other units, and we're going to just attach them at the end because it's really repetitive to write down. And so by the law of cosines we have 21 squared plus 30 squared minus 2 times 21 times 30, and the angle between them, as we found out, is 147 degrees. So it's the cosine of 147 degrees. So 21 squared is 441, and 30 squared is 900. You can either calculate them in your head or by hand or on a calculator, it doesn't matter. But when you add them, you get 1341. So x squared equals 1341, and then we subtract, and 2 times 21 times 30, well, I'll just calculate it real quickly, but you can use a calculator, doesn't matter. 21 times 60 is 1260. So we got 1260. And then this is times the cosine of 147. So now you have to use a calculator, and we're going to simplify this and get a decimal. So x squared equals, and I've plugged this into my calculator already, and it tells me that this expression is equal to 2397.72. So now we're going to take the square root of that, and that'll give us x. So we take the square root, and I plug this in my calculator, and I get 48.97 miles. And now I'm adding on miles because we know that all of our distances are measured in miles, so this has to be miles as well. And of course, we're going to label it on the triangle. So that's the answer to this problem. I hope it helped, and thank you for watching this video lesson.